No, and I tell you what it is, John. What I think it is, I think Abramovich has had a look around Europe, including Britain, but also at PSG, also at Barcelona and Real Madrid, and also at Manchester City. And okay, he's an oligarch. He's got 10 billion or something. He had. I don't think he wants to get the checkbook out anymore. I think he realises that if you're up against the Qataris, who have a country, or Abu Dhabi, where money doesn't appear to be a problem, he doesn't want to play at that level anymore, and hence he wants to get Bakayoko from Monaco. He wants to sell Matic. The thinking there would be Bakayoko's younger, but he's no good. He's got Danny Drinkwater, no good. We can.
Yeah, but he didn't have to. But to continue what he was doing at Chelsea, he didn't have to be spending the big money.
Well, I think
what Conte did last year without the big money was incredible.
Yeah.
And if they added, just a couple of players this year, without going into, I know Manchester City are buying big players, and so are Manchester United. But the funny thing with Conte was doing it, he didn't actually spend big money. Well, didn't have to.
No, he didn't.
I don't think.
He made an adjustment after 2 games where they got hammered. Arsenal, one of the teams beat them, Liverpool the other, and he switched. He played Moses as a wing back. He played Alonso as a wing back, and he went to a back 3. But the big thing he had last year, John, was Costa. Even though he played up in the middle of the season, he delivered over 20 goals, and he has not been replaced. And I think also, John, they weren't in the Champions League last year, so Abramovich would not be able to cover what was needed unless he spent serious money, I don't think. I mean, really, if you go
I wouldn't be too sure. It wouldn't be too sure. I mean, he got 60 million for Costa, for example, and the team that he had. I mean, first of all, they didn't have to sell Matic. Because I know they got a younger guy in, but the principle was that you keep the team and add a bit, even 2 players of Conte's choice. That's not necessarily competing with the big boys. I know what you're saying; it is very difficult to do. But in Chelsea's situation, there was nobody asking for big money to do it. I think Conte could have competed this year with Manchester City even. With a couple of players, without them going into the hundreds of millions. So it's been bad management actually from Chelsea, whatever way they've done it. It's a mess that they've created for themselves.
Now,